Yo, what's happening, Cowboys Nation? All my fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. It's your boy, the Real McCoy, coming at you, man. It's been a few days since I did a video. I've just been caught up on one of my other passions. I love sports. I love my Dallas Cowboys. But it was something I had on my bucket list, and I wanted to scratch it off. And that's this here, you know what I mean? If you guys can see that. Yeah, I've been reading Moby Dick, man. Taking up a lot of my time, you know what I mean? But anyway, man, it's been a few days since I did a video, man. I've been reading the book, but it's here. Playoff football is here. So what I wanted to do, this isn't necessarily just a Cowboys video, but my Dallas Cowboys, we are in the playoffs. We're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. We're not gonna be an easy team to put out. But these are just my playoff predictions and breakdowns for the 2016-2017 NFL season, and you know who I believe is going to be in the Super Bowl and who I believe is going to win Super Bowl 51. Don't want to make the video too long. The breakdown could get kind of long. I apologize for that. Don't want to make it too long, so we'll jump right into it. We'll start off on the AFC side. We think about the AFC. In my opinion, I think it's a significant drop between the AFC and the NFC teams. You know what I mean? You look at take the 4 seed in the NFC, Green Bay, and compare it to the 4 seed in the AFC, Houston Texans. That's talking about the quality of depth in the NFC. But you look at the injuries, the quarterback injuries in the AFC. It's just a completely different type of conference. I've already got all the teams who I think are going to advance, so you guys can go ahead and look at that. And I'm going to give my reasoning why you guys are you crazy? You got this team winning that team. You stupid. You don't know football. Things like that. But starting with the top left, we got the 5 seed Oakland Raiders, the 4 seed Houston Texans. The quarterback situation with Derek Carr, the Raiders had a good chance to win the AFC. He breaks his leg week 16. Matt McGloin starts week 17. He lands on his shoulder. He's out. And now they got a rookie quarterback, Connor Cook, out of Michigan State. Wasn't really a fan of him coming out of college in the draft. He's going to get his first ever NFL start in the playoffs on the road against a good Houston Texans defense. You know, I think as far as a 53-man roster, I think Oakland Raiders have the more talented and better team. It's just a third-string rookie quarterback, first ever start on the road. That's a tough mountain to climb. You know, the Raiders receivers have been known to have a few drops here and there. They can't drop the ball in this game. They got to help out the rookie quarterback. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. I'm not a fan of Brock Osweiler either. You know what I mean? He's not blowing me away at all. He's getting paid way too much money. But at home, I think Houston's going to pull this game out. I don't think... You guys remember Brian Hoyer? His playoff performance from last year, wild card against the Kansas City Chiefs, that was terrible. Arguably the worst quarterback performance in NFL history, NFL playoff history. I don't think either quarterback is going to do that. Neither one of these quarterbacks really scare me, anything like that. Just the fact that it's at home, Connor Cook's first start. I think the Raiders have a better overall team. They're going to lean heavily on the running game and Murray. Khalil Mack, Cliff Avery coming around the edge. Not Bruce Irvin, the former Seahawk coming around the edge. I just think Houston's has the fact that they're at home. That's the only reason, because it's at home. These two teams played early in the year down in Mexico City, Monday Night Football. Oakland Raiders won, I think, by a touchdown, I believe. A lot of controversy in that game. But I got the Houston Texans moving on. That game could go either way. The quarterback play, it could be ugly at times. It really could. Moving on to we got the 6 seed Miami Dolphins at the 3 seed Pittsburgh Steelers. The Dolphins did beat the Steelers, I believe, back in week 5, week 6 down in Miami. They destroyed the Steelers. Jay Ajayi had over 200 rushing yards. I believe like 204, I think. Big Ben either got hurt in that game or he came into the game injured. Things like that. Antonio Brown got shut down. Basically, Le'Veon got shut down. And the Dolphins beat the Steelers 30-15. And, you know, Jay Ajayi just ran all over them. Now, that was with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback. They got Matt Moore. He's playing okay. It's at Pittsburgh. This is the first time in the playoffs that the 3 Bs, Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell, this is the first time all 3 of those guys going into the playoffs are healthy and playing together. They've never done that before. I think that alone is going to be too much. The Steelers' defense will allow the Miami Dolphins the chance. I don't know if Matt Moore and their offense will be able to capitalize. I don't know. I just think that's going to be. And now they did destroy them down in Miami. I mean, they beat them down in Miami. If Jay Ajayi can run the ball against the Steelers' defense, which is possible, control the clock, stay ahead of the chains, and sustain drives, maybe. But I just think Pittsburgh is just too much, and their defense is starting to come around. It's not great. It's starting to come around. But I got them moving on. In the NFC wild card, Detroit, Seattle. I just think this game here is interesting. I just if it was in Detroit, I would have picked the Lions, to be honest. But it's hard to go up to Seattle and win in the playoffs. It's difficult. I don't think Russell Wilson has lost a home playoff game yet as a starter. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And without Earl Thomas, I know the Lions, they got Zach Zenner. They kind of got him going. He was on the real stage against my Cowboys week 16. Kind of got a name for him. If they can get him going, hey, anything could happen. The Seahawks don't have a running game. Their offense is kind of hit and miss, things like that. But up in Seattle, the 12s, that's just too much. I got the Seahawks moving on. Now, the Giants, Packers, this is the one game I'm still going back and forth. But I'm going to go with Green Bay. Even though the Giants' defense is playing extremely well, that's their strength. The Packers' strength is obviously their offense and Aaron Rodgers. So strength on strength. The Packers' weakness is the defense. The Giants' weakness is the offense. So both of those are going to be on the field at the same time. So you got two evenly matched teams. The Giants won 11 games. The Packers won 10. They played back in like week 6 up in Lambeau. It was a solid game. The Packers won, I believe, by a touchdown. And it was a good game. I don't think either team is going to score 30. As hot as Aaron Rodgers been, I don't think he's going to score 30 points. This Giants defense is for real. It's legit. As a Cowboys fan, I hope the Giants win this game because they beat us twice, and I want to play the Giants again. But I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to score enough points. Everybody keeps talking about playoff Eli. He gets into the playoffs, he goes all the way, wins a Super Bowl. That's the kind of track record that he has. But and his defense will give him a chance, and I think this defense is going to get. I don't want to say 2. That's how good Aaron Rodgers is, but the Giants defense, I believe, will get at least 1 interception off Aaron Rodgers. When it is, and can Eli capitalize? I don't know. This Giants secondary, I mean, they've been lit up. Matthew Stafford's kind of lit them up. I think Sam Bradford lately kind of. So the Packers defense isn't that good, but the Giants offense isn't that good. But I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers. But that Giants defense, man, I don't think Jason Pierre-Paul, I don't believe he's going to be back in this game. But that Giants defense, man, is going to give him a chance. Aaron Rodgers is going to get hit a few times. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. This is, I think, in my opinion, this is going to be the best, most competitive, game in the wild card weekend as far as two good teams, in my opinion. But don't sleep on the Giants, man. It wouldn't surprise me if the Giants won that game. I wouldn't be shocked at all. Usually wild card weekend, at least one road team win. I've got every home team advancing, but the Giants would be the one road team who I see moving on. Them and maybe the Raiders, you know what I mean? But in the divisional round, going back to the AFC, the Houston Texans at Foxborough, that game's going to be a blowout. They blew him out earlier. There's Brock Osweiler. I mean, if Tom Savage wasn't hurt, he would probably be the starter. Brock Osweiler, he's going to look bad in this game. And Tom Brady, a good Houston Texans defense, don't get me wrong. But that game is, I think the Texans are going to lose by at least 3 touchdowns. Tom Brady's going to just, it's going to get ugly. Brock Osweiler's going to struggle, things like that, man. I think they're going to regret that contract. But I got the Patriots moving on. The Steelers-Chiefs is going to be a good game. I think in this game here, the Chiefs, I think the rookie Tyreek Hill, he's making a lot of big plays. But if he doesn't run back a punt, if he doesn't run back a kick, or gets a jet sweep and takes it the distance, the Chiefs sometimes have a hard time scoring points. And I think the Chiefs defense is, they miss Larry Johnson. The Chiefs defense is good. I just think the three Bs, this is their first time being in the playoffs together, healthy, is just going to be too much, in my opinion, on the road. But it's going to be a good game. I mean, the Chiefs are really, they sweep the Broncos this season. They sweep the Oakland Raiders, but they lose at home to the Bucks. They lose at home to the Tennessee Titans. And it's like, man, who is this Chiefs team? You know, they 12-4 record, a playoff game at Arrowhead. It's been a long time since we've seen that. I just think the three Bs is going to be a little bit too much, in my opinion. You know, and I got the Steelers moving on to the AFC Championship. The NFC divisional round, Seattle at Atlanta. I just think this is when Earl Thomas' injury comes back to haunt the Seattle Seahawks. You know, I think they played earlier this year. The Seahawks won up in Seattle, 26-24. Controversial ending with, should have been pass interference from Richard Sherman on the deep ball to Julio. I just think they shut down Devontae Freeman in the running game. I just think in the Dome, in Atlanta, a lot of people think Matt Ryan is the MVP. I just think that's going to be a little bit too much for the Seahawks to overcome, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And but Russell Wilson, man, he creates a lot of magical things in the playoffs. This Seahawks team, they're built for this time of year. This is what they do. This is when they play their best football. You know, and I just think if it was in Seattle, I would have picked the Seahawks without Earl Thomas. But on the road, in the Dome, it's going to be rocking with no Earl Thomas. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. The divisional round. Aaron Rodgers, man, he's on hot streak now. He would have won 7 games now playing against a very good Giants defense. The Packers just don't match up well against my Cowboys. You know, the X factor for my Cowboys is going to be Mo Claiborne. Now, we already went up to Lambeau earlier, and in the fourth quarter, the Packers only had 9 points. They got a late touchdown to Randall Cobb. But I just think the Packers defense is just not that good. I think Zeke is going to have a good game. I think Dak is going to have I think it's going to be closer than a 30-16 score that it was week 6. But it's going to be a tough matchup for the Packers. With our pass rush playing, even though Randy Gregory is suspended for a year, hopefully we get DeMarcus Lawrence back. David Irving is coming along. Vincent Mayoa. We get Malik Collins, Tyrone Crawford back healthy. The Cowboys are healthy. We are completely healthy now for the most part. You know what I mean? Still got a little injuries here and there. Not sure about DeMarcus Lawrence. That could hurt us. But the running game, I think Zeke's going to have a big game. We're going to keep away from Aaron Rodgers. And, I think late in the fourth quarter, we're going to run it down their throat. You know what I mean? And I think we're going to beat the Packers by 10 points. I do think I'm crazy. I think we're going to beat them by 10 points. And we're going to move on to the NFC Championship against the Atlanta Falcons. And I go over to the AFC. You guys may think I'm crazy on this one, but I've got the Steelers going into Foxborough and beating the Patriots in the AFC Championship. Now, people say the numbers don't lie. The New England Patriots are the number one. I believe the number one in scoring defense. As far as points allowed. But when you go back and look at their schedule, what elite Pro Bowl type of quarterback with a good who made the playoffs this year, have the New England Patriots played and beat. They played Brock Osweiler, but the Houston Texans. They played the Dolphins twice. Once with Tannehill, Matt Moore. They played the Jets twice. That's a mess. Tyrod Taylor beat him without Tom Brady. They didn't even score a point in that game. They played Joe Flacco, but the Ravens didn't make the playoffs this year. They played the Pittsburgh Steelers earlier this year, but Big Ben was hurt. He didn't play in that game. The one time they played in a Pro Bowl type elite quarterback, and they actually made the playoffs this year, the one time was the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson, and they lost that game. So that can be the one time where numbers say the Patriots are the number one scoring defense in the NFL, but the numbers don't always tell you the truth. They haven't really faced go look at the Patriots schedule. Look at it. And I think the three Bs get them. Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Big Ben gonna go on the road, and I think we're gonna see the true New England Patriots defense that night. And I think it's gonna be a little bit too much. If the Patriots had Gronkowski, I would say the Patriots will win Super Bowl 51, even over my Cowboys. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. But with no Gronk, haven't really faced a great defense. Those two things right there, we haven't really faced a great quarterback and a good offense this year who made the playoffs this year. And say the one time they did that, they lost to the Seahawks. I got the Steelers moving on. In the NFC Championship, Cowboys, the Falcons. And I'm trying to hurry up and make the video too long. The Atlanta Falcons, they came into Dallas last year. The first half was competitive. The second half, they just opened a can on us. I mean, they drilled us, you know. But I think this year we're number one against the rush. Our defense. I think we can slow down and control Devontae Freeman. We're gonna get our running game going. The thing that may concern me in this game is I think Vic Beasley, first round pick in 2015 draft. I believe he led the NFL in sacks this year. I believe. Now him coming around the edge against the Cowboys, right tackle Doug Free, trying to block Vic Beasley. That concerns me. But other than that, the Falcons can't stop the Cowboys. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass. I think Zeke and Dak will both have good games. And, you know, I think we're going to slow down and control Devontae Freeman. And our secondary is, you know, if don't know where the injury is going to be going into the NFC Championship. But if we got Mo Claiborne is a one. He can match Jordy Nelson for Green Bay. He can match Odell. Talking about Mo Claiborne. He can match Julio Jones as far as size, strength, athleticism, things like that. And I think we can. It's going to be the Falcons can put up some points. I mean, their offense reminds me of the '99 Vikings, the '07 Patriots. I think the 2013 Broncos, I believe. And Peyton Manning had 55 touchdown passes. Now, none of those teams won a Super Bowl. None of them. And it won't happen again this year either. So I think my Cowboys, our offense is going to run up and down the field on the Falcons defense. Zeke's going to have a big game. I mean, like 150 against the Atlanta Falcons defense. So in Super Bowl 51 in Houston, NRG Stadium, it's going to be a rematch of Week 10. My Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers. We won that game 35-30. And this game here, I think, like I say, the X factor for my Cowboys is Mo Claiborne. I don't know what the injuries is going to be in the Super Bowl. You don't know. If Claiborne is healthy, if both teams are relatively healthy, I just think I know you guys say, oh, you're biased, you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. I just think my Cowboys, we are the deepest. We got to be the deepest team. Our backup quarterback is Tony Romo. You know what I mean? We're a deep team, a talented team. I think we're the most complete team in the NFL. And I can say that because, you know, the Gronkowski injury is huge with the Patriots. We are the most complete team in the NFL. And I think the two best running backs in the NFL are going to be in the Super Bowl. Some may say, David Johnson for the Cardinals, Todd Gurley, LaShawn McCoy, Melvin Gordon had a good year. Guys like that. But David Johnson, Cardinals, Jay Ajayi down in Miami. But when they played in Week 10, Le'Veon Bell and Zeke both had good games. Good games. I think Le'Veon scored 2 touchdowns. He caught one, ran one. Zeke had 3 touchdowns, over 200 all-purpose yards, things like that. And I just think the Steelers' defense is going to let them down again. I think our defense will be even better because we're going to have Mo Claiborne. The Cowboys-Steelers may have been the best regular season game in the 2016 regular season. That may have been the best game. And I think the Cowboys is just going to be too much. It's going to be too much, man. And but I got the Cowboys beating the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl 51. Let me know what you guys think. The video's getting really long now. I try to hurry through it. Let me know what you guys think. All my football fans, I love football. Playoff football is here. It's Friday night. The playoffs start tomorrow. And let me know what you guys think, man. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Yes, my Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. And we probably going to win it next year as well. I'm just letting you guys know. So get used to saying that star, baby. Yes, sir. How about them Cowboys? This your boy, The Real McCoy, man. I'm out, man. Peace.